Epic drop.
What's good, TikTok? Y'all get audio that folks on Spotify won't get yet. All right. We are getting ready to get started with the Custer Chronicles. We are back.
It's been a minute. It's been a long minute this time. We said
So
that like
much-
at the
so
beginning
much-
of every episode,
Yeah.
but this time,
Let me do the intro.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Welcome back, folks, to another episode of the Custer Chronicles. I am your host, Dwayne, and I'm here with my also host,
Kelly K.
Kelly K is still in the building. We are back. Now, this has been a long hiatus for a podcast. We took almost
A year.
Almost
It's been
a whole
exactly
year.
a year. I think this now.
Yeah, our last episode was golly, it might have been like
It was.
January or February of last year. Because I don't think we did it before we went to Universal for that Valentine's Day.
It was
Anyway.
January. I got you. It was January.
All right, so we have been gone for a year. It's crazy.
A lot.
So much has happened
happened.
since- so much has happened since
You guys
then.
are not even gonna believe it. Okay.
But we are, I mean, as you can see, the whole setup has changed. We went from having two desks facing each other to now having the couch that's in here. For me, it feels like it's been here forever since I work in here. And the whole setup has changed now. We've lost a lot of weight, if you can't tell. There has been a tremendous weight change here with the Custers. Yeah, there's been a lot. We got a lot to get everybody caught up on. But before we get into all of that, we're going to start off with a new segment called The Warm-Up. All right. So with the warm-up, we're just going to jump into a random topic just to kind of get things
so
kicked
you
off.
meant nobody would hear what I just said? Is that what you
Yeah,
meant?
pretty much. Yeah. There was going to be an intro video to this new segment called The Warm-Up, meaning you talking wasn't going to be heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was making them funny. Sorry.
It's a good thing it won't be heard. Anyway, moving right along. Since we've been gone for a while, and this is a Saturday night, we wanted to just quickly touch on the playoffs. NFL playoffs coming up tomorrow. Both games are going to be tomorrow. We got the Detroit Lions playing the San Francisco 49ers.
I can tell you who's going to win that one.
And the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Baltimore Ravens.
Who's playing? Say that one again.
She's a Patrick Mahomes fan. I'm not sure why. Well, I do know why. I do know why. She picks. No, go ahead and tell people what. Tell the people why you are
mixed
a Patrick
power.
Mahomes fan.
Mixed power.
They don't know what that means yet.
It's a mixed thing.
If
mixed
anyone isn't
mixed
familiar,
kids
she
get
is.
mixed kids.
Kelly
It's just
is
the way it
mixed. She looks like she's Puerto Rican, but she's not. She's mixed. She's half black, half white. So anytime she bumps in, she thinks there's some sort of synergy or unspoken connection with people who are mixed. And she has some sort of connection to those people who are mixed. So she looks at Patrick Mahomes like Ken.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But now what's happening is there's so many kids coming up that are mixed. I can't claim all of them.
There's a lot of half white,
I
half
can't claim
something,
everybody.
half
Sorry.
black, half something kids out there. So I guess if I was mixed, I would look at them as being sort of like non-related family. But she likes mixed kids. So she likes Patrick Mahomes. And I ended up on Christmas buying her an authentic NFL Patrick Mahomes jersey. So she's super excited.
Tell them how
about
you gave it to me. What did you say?
Here's a jersey. What you mean?
He was your boyfriend.
Oh, I refer to him as her boyfriend because she gets excited when he's on TV. Because I find it hilarious. I get
excited about his mannerisms.
His what?
His mannerisms.
Mannerisms?
Mannerisms. Did I say it wrong?
You say a lot of words wrong. What you mean? Have you ever met somebody? Have you ever been around somebody who says certain words wrong so often that they truly believe that's how it's said?
I'm ADHD and dyslexic. I diagnosed
you are
myself.
Not dyslexic.
I diagnosed myself last week.
You are not dyslexic.
I think I really am.
Don't put that on yourself. You are not dyslexic. You have ADHD and you're non-medicated. Well, you are medicated.
I'm gonna show you some videos. I really think this is me, and it's because of like the spelling and there's certain things I just don't do.
She can't. It's not even just the fact that she can't spell, y'all. She uses the wrong words at all times. So her idea of someone getting ratchet or somebody kind of being like rude or like in your face, kind of ghetto, kind of
watch me be right.
Hold up. She likes to use the word raunchy. Yeah. I'm gonna let that settle in for y'all real quick. She uses the word raunchy. So she's like, don't get raunchy with me. I'm like, I am not getting freaky with you. Raunchy is freaky.
No, I'll say she's really raunchy, or that's acting really raunchy, or
yeah, but she's saying
that smell is raunchy.
What's your definition of the word raunchy in that situation? You think it's
just nasty,
inappropriate,
just nasty.
You're thinking nasty in the sense of like nasty being mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wrong kind of nasty. It's nasty, freaky. Okay. Sexual. It's sexual.
So what's the word for what I want to do?
I have no idea.
Listen, if you're going to school me, you got to give me the right word.
I am not a thesaurus, but I am going to stop you when you say certain words wrong. And when you say raunchy,
I'm like,
fine.
That's fine.
And I keep telling you, hey, wrong word. No, it's not. Just look it up. Look it up. I'm like, no. I have an education. I have a very deep vocabulary.
The Ebonics dictionary is what you got.
Yes, I got all of that.
Okay, whatever.
Either way, when I tell you it's wrong, you gotta trust me. You gotta trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Or concrete. She can't say concrete, y'all.
Can't say
she
walrus
says concrete. You can't say what?
Walrus. Did I say right?
What's the word? Walrus?
Walrus.
Why your tongue give up mid-word? Yo, your tongue gave up mid-word.
Okay.
Walrus.
What? I said it right.
It sounds like you're saying wars. It's like you're saying wars.
Walrus.
That's better. Why are you crying? There's no crying in podcasts.
Okay. All right. So.
Say especially. Stop thinking. Just say it.
Especially.
Stop saying especially. You're not expecting something. It's especially.
It's especially. What am I saying wrong?
Here's the funny part.
What am I saying wrong?
It's just like people who say espresso.
Especially.
There's no X.
Yes, there is.
There's not an X in especially.
No wonder Siri never knows what I'm trying to spell.
Siri, she likes to speak to her phone for text messages. She'll be driving, she'll be moving about. So she figures, hey, I'm just going to talk to my watch and Siri will catch what I'm talking about, right? I get text messages that sound like they're written in hieroglyphics because they don't make a lick of sense at all. I'm sitting here at work at my desk. I'll get a text message and I'm reading it. And then I'm reading it again. And then I'm reading it again. And like after 6 times, I will just text it back. Reread your text because I don't understand what you're saying. It don't make no kind of sense. And she has no idea. Like she is absolutely oblivious to the fact that her text, because she won't go back and read it. Like she'll either type it out really fast, never reread it, or she'll speak it into her watch and assume that Siri got it right just got it right, and then she'll send that. And you just kind of like,
I only do that to you.
Wait,
I only do that to you. I can't do it to like professionally. I can't do that.
Oh, so people at your job get a better spell check proofreader than I do?
But you know me, so you can figure it out.
And that's why you get delays on me responding to your text messages, because I have no idea what you be talking about.
Especially when it be a really long one, because I'm mad.
Yeah, and I'm like, she got 0 punctuation, so there's like no periods, There's nothing. And I know most people text, they don't put all the punctuation, but hers just be one big run-on sentence. So I don't know what the emphasis is on what word. There's a question mark in between there.
That's because Siri's doing it.
No, you're doing it.
No, I don't. I put periods and stuff.
When you're speaking to your watch, you say, "Hey, tell Dwayne, period."
No. That's what I'm saying. Siri does the mistakes, not me. Why would I have to say period when I say period? It writes it.
Because you're a teacher.
No, when I'm talking to my watch or talking to my phone to do the message, and if I say period, my phone actually writes the word period.
Okay, no. You don't say the word period like you're speaking a sentence, and your voice comes to an end of a sentence,
and it'll just automatically do that.
Yeah. Or like when you're actually asking a question.
No.
Come on now. Do we have to test this out? Hold up. I'm about to test it out. Hold up. Nah, I can't because I'm recording with my phone. So hold up.
I don't know.
Folks on TikTok, if you're speaking to Siri to do a text message, does it automatically put punctuation in there, like periods and question marks?
Right.
And such? Does it automatically do that? I don't normally talk to my watch to do text messages.
You know what? It does sometimes. Because I also do it on the computer. I'll just press the microphone.
So it senses when you're coming to an end. You know, when you're actually saying a sentence?
I guess. Here, we can do it right now. Watch. You got to say it because.
Okay, go.
You ready?
Yeah. Hey, Siri, please tell Kelly that she needs to wash the bed sheets. Period.
Look.
All right. Oh my goodness. It's literally typing all. It's literally typing ha 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 ha. All right, Siri is half retarded because Siri literally it put no punctuation in there, but when I said period, it put a period in there. And then when I start laughing, it puts ha 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 ha. Siri is diabolical.
It's all the way across
Siri
the screen.
Siri is absolutely diabolical.
Okay, but look, she put a comma.
In between what?
When you said, "Hey Siri," you didn't say comma. It did it by itself.
Because that's a salutation. Actually, is it salutation? Isn't a salutation?
What the heck's a salutation considering punctuation? What are you talking about?
When you're writing a sentence, if you're writing a letter to someone, you go, "Dear such and such," comma.
Yes.
That's a salutation. That's a greeting. So when I say, "Hey, whoever," hey,
it's Kelly, not always a greeting because you put commas in the middle of your paragraph sometimes just to break up two sentences.
I'm talking about the salutation. Always has a comma. Dear
I know, John. But she automatically put that where at the end of your sentence you didn't put it. You had to say period.
Because I said her name, the second word. If I said "Good morning, Siri," she would put the comma there.
Okay.
Moving along. Okay. Listen, this is not English class. Golly. I wonder if Alexa, Siri, and Google know each other. That's a dumb topic, ain't it? That's like.
Remember we asked Alexa and she.
I don't remember. We didn't ask Alexa. We asked Google.
I don't know. We have too many contraptions.
So my theory, my weird theory is that these things are always listening, even if you aren't saying, "Hey Google," "Hey Alexa," "Hey other one that's in the room with us right now," because they have to be listening for their name, though, right?
Yeah, they listen all day, so that's how they get your information and stuff like that. People want to shut that off, but if you're going to shut it off, you just won't have Siri, which is fine. But I have to.
I ain't gonna lie though. Like, there's been times where we'll talk about a particular topic, or like I need to get something or buy something, or that'd be cool. It
always shows
up. And then you go on to TikTok, and all of a sudden, all your ads are pretty much aimed toward that particular thing.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty cool.
Or subjects, because there's been times when we talked about a song or something like that, and it starts showing up.
That's more comical. That's more comical. But I fear like talking about financial issues. Like if we're in the bedroom talking about financial
We
issues,
ain't got
like
no money.
bills,
What are they gonna do?
and all of a sudden you start getting Amscott. You get Amscott commercials. or chime commercials or Cash App card commercials.
I kind of get those. You don't
like,
get those?
Nah.
I talk about money more than you do, obviously.
Around other people other than me.
I talk to myself.
Because it's not showing up on my stuff and we're together. We got the same devices.
I ain't talking to other people about my money.
I don't know. It's not like you talking to other people about our money. Or lack thereof. We broke, folks. I got nothing for you.
Everybody's broke. Everybody's
Christmas destroyed us. Christmas definitely destroyed us. Speaking of going back to kind of,
we didn't have a big Christmas. Stop it.
I mean, it was big. Listen, you're comparing our Christmases to our Christmases. There's people out there who do like nothing for Christmas.
Like the nothing that was in my stocking.
Why you got to bring up the stocking situation? Nobody had anything in their stocking.
Well, I can't say what the little kid says, but that's bull. Because I'm trying to do better. But it is. Listen,
hold on. Who had stuff in their stocking?
I filled everybody's stocking. Every single person had something in their stocking.
I didn't.
You a lie.
What did I have?
You opened your stocking first because I sat there and watched you do it.
What did I have?
There was a gift card in there and some other stuff. I don't remember.
You didn't give me a gift card.
Wendy's.
Donovan gave me that.
Oh my gosh. Actually, I did, but it was in the dates thing. See how you don't remember who gives you stuff?
I don't remember anybody going through their stockings.
There was candy and stuff like that in the stockings. I know everybody had a stocking.
Listen,
period.
I know
mine was empty. Empty.
Everybody's was empty, folks. Nobody had.
I will pull up pictures.
How often?
I will pull up pictures.
Cool. Do that. So, how often do people out there, when you guys get all the stuff under the tree or whatever, everybody has their stockings hung, how often do you fill the stockings with stuff?
Every year.
I didn't.
Why wouldn't you do that every year? That's
because the stockings. Because you're already getting gifts under the tree. Why are you filling the stockings?
Okay, let me tell you something. For a woman, we want the little things that will go into the stockings. They're sometimes this long. They can sometimes be this big.
Why are you putting necklace and ring boxes?
And sometimes they have the little flip overs.
That's a ring box. I get it. You have a ring. Where's your ring?
It's not sized.
I think you're using the size thing, so you don't gotta wear your ring. I get it. Okay, whatever. Speaking of, I lost my ring, so I gotta wear a replacement.
Exactly. So he lost his. Mine don't fit.
I lost my wedding ring, folks.
I can tell you where it's at, guys. Guess what? It's in this room.
It is not in this room. I've already checked in this room.
I swear it's in this room. I think we should take everything out and look again because I know it's in this room.
Okay, here's the thing. If it's not in an actual relative place, like on the couch in between the cushions, why would it be someplace random inside?
Because
why would it be in a closet?
Because this is what you'll do. You'll set your ring on something mediocre, and then you'll go to put on clothes or something.
Mediocre. Hey, you put your ring on something mediocre. Yeah, okay.
It was a big word, right?
Mediocre is not a big word. No. Can you spell it?
That's not fair.
I'm asking.
If you give me a few minutes, I could do my syllabication and I could get it.
What's that word?
That is a true word.
That's a big word.
That's a true word.
That's a big word.
You know how I know that word? Because I teach.
I'm saying nobody uses that word in common syllabication.
I know because I corrected the teacher when she said it and I was wrong.
Hey, what's the fluid inside your mouth? What's it called?
Saliva.
It's not called saliva.
Stop.
What's
I'm
it
not
called
talking
again?
to you no more.
Spell it. She calls saliva.
Oh, it is saliva.
I've been saying that. What are you talking about? I've been saying it's not called saliva. It's saliva. You got your vowels off. Like, I don't understand how it's that complicated.
Here's the pitiful part. I teach kids how to read, and I can do it. Like I can do it, but I can't say it sometimes.
She teaches first graders how to read, y'all.
All my kids.
6-year-olds.
Wait a minute.
6-year-olds.
Wait a minute. All my kids know how to read.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive. Even my low babies can actually read a sentence.
Is a scale of your vocabulary? It's the metrics. Can you read as good as teacher?
Yes.
Can you read as good as her?
Yes.
Yes, I was playing basketball and the saliva came out my mouth.
And got on the concrete.
Especially when I was running.
Got on the
It's
concrete.
not especially. It's especially.
On the concrete.
It's concrete.
Whatever.
Oh, speaking of education.
I'm cute, so I get away with it.
Hold up. Speaking of education, my 30-year, yeah, I know, 30. You can't really tell. My 30-year high school reunion is this year. I don't know if it's a reunion. It's my 30 year since I graduated in Bloomfield High School.
Did you get an invitation?
To what?
Well, you're talking about it. I'm assuming they're having something.
They're not having anything to my knowledge. Eric, get on that. Find out. Eric knows who he is. Eric,
would you fly up there? Would you fly up there?
If they do it how they did it last time, when we had our 10-year high school reunion, they basically we have a small graduating class. It was like 100. I don't know. It was like 114 people. We had a real small graduating class. I mean, like small compared to small schools. So one person was in charge, I guess, from our senior year. She was put in charge. I think Karen. She was put in charge, and she was supposed to, like, after a certain amount of time, reach out to folks to kind of get everybody, the heads up on when the reunion was, where it was going to be. They sent out a whole bunch of invitations. Only like 15 people actually responded to it. So, and then not everybody else either responded or they couldn't come. So I want to say like a handful of people ended up meeting at like a restaurant and just having dinner. I want to say Eric was there. Eric might have been there. Eric's
yeah, because
watching.
he sent you a picture.
He sent. They sent. You didn't see the picture. I saw it and then it was gone. It was on somebody's social media. I never got the pictures. My high school reunion 10 years ago, I wasn't with you then, so you wouldn't have seen it either. So the picture.
What do you mean I wouldn't have seen it either?
Where would you have seen it, honey?
In your phone?
I don't have it. It was on someone else's social media page. It wasn't sent to me.
Oh, okay.
You're not listening. Anyway, so my 10-year high school reunion was pretty much null and void. Like a handful of people showed up at a restaurant and they just kind of kicked it. I want to see a couple of people might have came from out of state. That was pretty much it. But anyway, if they're doing a do-over, you asked me if would I fly up there for it? Maybe.
Okay.
I'm about.
You would fly up there.
80%.
You would fly up there. Okay.
Are you literally taking words and going, "Oh, that's what you said. That must be what you meant"? I meant we, goof muffin. I'm talking about you to say it out loud. Going up there. We'd go up there, but it'd be the invitation. It would be for Dwayne and guests, but you'd be the guest.
Are you sure?
What's the dog doing? I might bring the puppy. Of course.
Of course.
I'd bring you to my high school reunion.
You'd be proud too.
Absolutely. Why the heck wouldn't I be proud? We might have to leave you there so you can take a couple classes before you come back home, though. I'm just saying.
Polk County ain't doing it for you, huh?
I don't know. They try to rush the education down here. They doing a little bit too much for these.
Listen.
These little ones.
Listen, and the pressure they are on. It's the pressure they're putting on us to put on them is ridiculous. It's just not age appropriate.
Hold up. Let's back up before we jump into how things are going at your job. When's your 30-year reunion? Should actually 25 years should be about now, right? You're a couple years behind me.
I have no idea. Ask Freddie Mitchell. I graduated with him. So
why is he in charge of the reunion?
I don't know. Maybe. If he wants to fly us to see an Eagles game, I'm in.
He don't play for the Eagles no more.
I know he doesn't, but
sure
wanted to go.
I've never seen him at an Eagles game, so I'm sure he don't got no pull no more. Anyway, moving right along.
Isn't that sad?
She went to school with Ray Lewis, y'all. I say everybody say Freddie Mitchell, like everybody know who Freddie Mitchell is. Football fans might know.
I went to school with Ray Lewis. Yeah, he was actually 11th or 12th grade when I got to the school.
Who, Ray Lewis or Freddie Mitchell?
Freddie Mitchell was in the same grade I was.
All right, so Ray Lewis was ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd tell people that. Yeah, I went to school with Ray Lewis. I'm like, I went to school with Freddie Mitchell. Who?
The only reason I say Freddie Mitchell is because we literally.
He was in your grade.
From elementary up.
Would you go back to your reunion?
Yeah, with you.
Well, you make it seem like I wouldn't, but if you're there, yeah, I'd go.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness gracious. Not like you showing me off or nothing like that. I don't know if I want to see my little ashy behind.
I do.
Oh, good grief. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye. You have to reach out to some people from your high school and find out if they're having a reunion anytime soon.
I'm on their Facebook page. I guess I could actually log into Facebook and look.
That might be helpful. And we're literally right around the corner from your high school. Mine is
my son plays for him.
Yeah. So. Mine is like hours away. So it's not like mine is right around the corner. Connecticut is not a close trip. So.
I see random people here and there.
From your graduating class?
Mm-hmm. Like the guy that was at church that one day that came out holding the girl's hand or whatever and said hi to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Him.
That's the only person I've ever heard you say, hey, I know them from high school.
Walt's parents, the kids that came to Dorian's thing, his parents lived down the street. I told you I went to school with them.
Yeah, I'm talking about them. I haven't seen you see them.
Oh, okay.
We don't bump into them at the local Walmart or nothing like that.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, you live here. This is your hometown. This is your home soil. And you don't bump into nobody from your past.
That's because I did all my dirt outside of Lakeland. I ain't stupid.
You have never left this town. Stop it.
No, I'm talking about Orlando or Tampa. So that way it's not it's not bothering me. You're moving a lot.
You sound like a mobster. You never crap what you eat.
It's a teacher. That's our teacher. That's what we do.
Okay. All right. So you got to do the scandalous stuff out of town. So if the streets of Ybor can talk. That's wild. That's wild. All right. Side question. More of an entertainment question. What? So if you had an opportunity to have dinner with a celebrity, dead or alive, what celebrity are you choosing?
Ooh. Well, people might hate this one, but I'm still a huge fan.
Patrick Mahomes is still alive.
It wouldn't be him because I couldn't listen to the Kermit the Frog thing the whole time. And his mannerisms, I'd be done cracked up and making jokes. He wouldn't like me for 5 minutes.
Mannerisms.
What did I say?
Mannerisms, like a
mannerisms.
Whatever.
Anyways, let me talk. So
we talk properly in Connecticut.
I'm thinking off the top of my head, I like Will Smith.
You've mentioned Will Smith one too many times in our marriage. What's with Will Smith, man? You got a crush on Will Smith?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite Will Smith movie?
Bad Boys 3.
The third one is your favorite?
Is that the one?
Yeah, I mean, the third one is probably the best written, but okay. Bad Boys 3 it is?
That's what
out of all his movies,
I don't know. That's what, Hitch.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say that. I'm
Hitch,
like,
Hitch. I forgot about that one.
Long enough to know that
it's it.
Hitch is your favorite movie.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
What about let's flip that little thing around to get yourselves in trouble. Female, who would you pick?
Celebrity?
Yep. And tell me why.
Celebrity I would have dinner with, dead or alive. I don't want to incriminate myself. I'm not answering the question. I plead the fifth.
No, you ain't.
Oh, goodness. I don't have a celebrity. A celebrity that I would want to have dinner with, dead or alive. Man, even though I'm not a fan of his.
See, you thought before, and you had a great answer of this female, and you just
no,
left
I didn't.
it.
I was playing off of you picking a guy that you found.
Oh, attractive. I could have picked a woman.
You could pick. I said a celebrity. I didn't say a guy.
Oh.
So you basically put your Uno cards on the table. Goodness gracious.
Oops.
I
wouldn't have picked a female anyway.
All right, so I'll double the question then. So I'd say pick a celebrity that you have a celeb crush that you'd want to have a dinner with, and then I'd say just a celebrity, dead or alive. So a celebrity that I'd want to have dinner with, dead or alive, I'd probably go comedian Roy Wood Jr. Yeah, I know you don't know. He's a comedian. Roy Wood Jr. He's a comedian. Funny dude.
Okay.
I'd want he's I've listened to enough of his stand up comedy that I'm
and
like,
your
yeah,
crush?
we probably got a lot in common. See, my celebrity crushes are weird though. Like nobody would get it.
Oh, I know who she is. I know who it is.
Who?
Because you told me.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, chunky white girl.
I like Melissa McCarthy.
Which caught me off guard. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I could.
Yo, y'all can't say Melissa McCarthy ain't cute. Melissa McCarthy.
She is. She's funny. So.
She's funny and she's cute. So anyway, yeah, that'd be it.
That was just weird.
I'm a weird bird, whatever. But yeah, Roy Wood Jr. or like Sam Jackson. I like Sam Jackson. I think Sam Jackson is funny.
Who?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay, you called him Sam.
That's my homeboy.
It's not like that's your best friend.
I know, Sam. We go way back. No, we don't go way back. But anyway, moving on. Have you ever met a celebrity as a celebrity? Not somebody that before they were a celebrity, you met them working at Orange Julius. I mean, like, have you met an actual celebrity?
New Kids on the Block. And the Wiggles.
You met New Kids on the Block?
No, I just was really close.
I said, have you ever met a celebrity? And I mean met, not like I was in the same vicinity.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You would remember if you met a celebrity.
Would I? People don't impress me, even celebrities.
Oh, gosh. Really? If you met somebody from New Kids on the Block, you'd be impressed. And you don't know them for anything other than just singing a couple songs.
I think they'd be cool to hang out with.
Why would you say that? Which one? All of them?
No.
Donnie.
Yep. Absolutely.
She likes Donnie.
I would hang out with him in a freaking heartbeat. If anybody could get that message to him.
Don't nobody out there know Donnie.
Maybe he can help me with my headphones. If anybody can get that message out to him, that would be a teacher's dream. Come on now.
A teacher's dream? Why? Because you guys are all old?
I'm not old. If I'm old, you're really old. How come my headphones keep falling?
I am delightfully old.
You're delightfully old?
47. Black folks don't get this old normally. I mean, we get old, but we don't. It's not a lot of us.
You just went and visited my grandmother, and how old is she?
She's one person. She's not the black population.
Okay, change of subject. This is boring.
This is boring. But me being old? But I was telling a patient the other day, I literally about 7 years ago, I was laughing at my mom for having the AARP magazine. Now I'm at an age where I'm like, I can't wait to be AARP eligible. And then the patient was like, they've changed it where you don't have to be 50 years old to become AARP eligible. What
is the big deal?
Discounts, baby. You get discounts at AARP, baby. That's a benefit of being an AARP. You get to eat lunch discounted at Denny's, IHOP. You get into the movies a whole lot cheaper, and that's saying a lot because the movies are expensive. But you get into the movie theaters. Do people actually go to movie theaters anymore? When the last time y'all got excited about going to a movie theater?
Because you can just watch stuff at home in your bed.
That's what I'm saying. You can eat your own snacks for a whole lot.
Well, I do want their popcorn. I was thinking about that today.
Movie theater popcorn?
Yes. It's across the street. You could always go get us some.
Not gonna lie though, the hot movie theater popcorn with the nice butter. They got like the authentic butter. I don't want to put like.
That's what I'm saying. You could. You go across the street and get us some.
No, if I go over there, I'm watching the movie.
You just said who goes to the movies anymore.
But I'm not going to waste time to buy snacks and then leave. You got to buy a ticket to get into the thing.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not at ours.
Ours is not special.
No, ours, you get into the lobby area where there's games and they have that little bar and they have the snacks and you pay for your ticket over to the right. But you could go get snacks or you could go to that little bar if you wanted to.
No, you can't. Because you have to give your ticket you have to give the ticket. So
you don't give the ticket until the very end when you go through the whole thing back there.
Wrong. Before you get to that little diner area and then you walk a little bit farther and there's the snacks or whatever, you have to give your ticket to the person that's there to be able to get in to get the snacks and then get to the arcade or whatever.
No, you
yes,
don't.
You do.
Listen, we're going over there. I'm right.
You cannot get into a movie theater and go in there and buy snacks and then leave.
Whatever. I know I'm right on this one, so I'm not going to argue with you.
Anybody out there? Don't
not
you have
all? To, no, not all
you
theaters
can't just
are that
chill
way.
At a movie theater.
You're talking about the one in Orlando. The one right across the street is
Orlando.
It's not like that.
I ain't been to a movie theater in Orlando.
We are going right after the show. I'm going to show you.
We're going to Orlando?
No, nice try.
Oh,
we're going across the street.
I want to go back to Universal. I missed my annual pass. I'm heartbroken. We had to give up our annual pass because we're trying to save money. I'm not in agreement with that. I think we need our annual pass. If you've never been to Universal Studios,
he's such a crybaby.
I am.
I don't understand.
Velocicoaster is the greatest roller coaster on the planet. Fight me.
Listen,
Velocicoaster is the greatest roller coaster.
I will never, ever ride that ride again.
Yes, you will.
There was nothing to buckle me in. I had one. You get one strap here.
They gave you a loaf of bread. They gave you a loaf of bread to hold on to.
You couldn't hold on to it.
You're absolutely right. And I spent the first 30 seconds of the ride trying to figure out what to hold on to. So we got on the roller coaster, right? After 2 hours.
Lost. Listen, this is how fast this thing is. I flung side to side, lost my hair thing that was in my hair that never comes out.
She cried. Her tears were dried on her face by the time we stopped. You know how little kids get the little salty tear trail that's on their face when they're done. You can tell they've been crying for a long time.
Listen,
she got off the ride and she had salty tear tracks just all over her face. And she's half black, half white, so her skin is super fair. And you still saw it. Like her hair was literally, it was in a bun. It ended up off to the side.
But unraveled.
Face is absolutely super beet red. She's got tears going down her face. The lady who was sitting in front of, okay, so Kelly is sitting off to my left. I'm sitting in the right seat. There's a lady that was sitting in front of me. At the end of the ride, Kelly had screamed so much on this roller coaster that the lady because we were like second row. The lady that was sitting in front of us looked back like, have you ever been on this? Like, she was so annoyed. Like, she's surprised someone was screaming on the roller coaster. The Velocicoaster is fast.
And then you think it's gonna stop. Here's the thing. Yeah, it kind of gets to this point you think it's gonna stop, and you're like, okay, I'm good. And you start straightening up, and the sucker takes off.
It takes off again. Yo, all right. So if you've never been on the Velocicoaster at Universal Studios Orlando, TikTok it. Look for the video, Google it, YouTube, whatever. You'll see how it goes. There's a point where it starts to get to, you're like, oh, well, it's about to come to an end. It starts to slow down a little bit. And you start seeing the little raptors, or you start hearing the sound effects of the little raptors around you. And you start thinking, okay, and it comes toward what looks like the end tunnel where, you know, it brings you back to the main place, main hub or whatever. And then all of a sudden it picks up speed and goes faster. And again,
that's about the time I lost it.
So when you get into a roller coaster, you're used to people with the harness that comes down, it comes across your chest. You feel secure. You feel like, okay, something's holding me from going forward or even sideways. Plus, you also have the little handles on the chest that you can hold on to. All right, since Velocicoaster is the fastest roller coaster I've ever been on, the most intense, there's nothing. So basically, there's a little there's a lat bar.
It came this way.
Yes, it did. It came between your legs. There's a little muffin bar.
It's like sitting in a little bottle seat for a baby.
That thing, okay, so you pull this little small muffin bar. Where my mom's pillow? It's about the size of that little pillow over there. It's super small.
That they can't see.
Yeah, they can't see it. Just believe me on this one, folks. Just believe me.
Twisted,
Just believe me.
guys.
This little small loaf of bread that comes up, it's not even like secure against your body. It kind of stops just around your abs, and you start going, oh, okay. Well, maybe there's still some sort of nothing behind me. There's nothing behind me. And the seat in front of you is so far up, it's like it's just far enough where you can touch it, but you can't. It's like no stability. You're like leaning to touch it. There's nothing on the side of you, so you can't hold on to anything. And this thing,
you're just in a chair.
So I literally sit down, and I'm like, all right, that's weird. All right, and they're like, okay, pull your harness forward, and I pull it forward. There's nothing on the side of you, so there's nothing like holding you to the side. So I'm like, okay. Well, maybe it's not that intense. So before you know it, because there's a long line of people, they're just kind of like, everybody in, cool, let's go. And they send you, and I'm literally the first 30 seconds of the ride trying to figure out some way to hold on. I can't find anything to hold on to. I'm panicking because of that. The thing is so intense, it's throwing you backwards. Yep. So you're literally going, and you literally, okay, so when it first starts off, it shoots you into a curve. So listen, don't eat anything that you don't want to see a second time.
But you want to ride it again.
On the Velocicos. It was so awesome.
It wasn't for me. I slung too much in the seat.
Once I gave up the fact that I'm probably going to die on this roller coaster, you just start going from panic mode to just like, all right, let it happen. Whatever happens, happens. I'm finna die on this roller coaster.
And you want to do it again to die again?
No, I know what to expect now. Now I know what to expect. Mentally, I prepare. I'm a former football player.
What? You know what's the best part for me is walking in the line.
Walking was pretty cool. I had pictures and they got deleted.
Well, the walking in the line, and we got to like the dinosaurs or whatever that looked real that were in the cage.
Oh, all right. So the lead up to getting on the actual ride is like, just like any other roller coaster, is like this whole storyline. They kind of tell you, they set the stage of like the raptors being captured, and then they have them in this sort of enclosure they got them in this little harness that you can kind of see them moving, but all you see is their head and you see their eyes moving. And then they kind of tell the story of from the characters from the movie, and then they got this big laboratory that you're supposed to be walking into, and all they're supposed to be doing is taking you through this enclosure of the raptors, so you can actually see the raptors and see them now, in their I guess in their captivity or whatever. But Chris Pratt's character, he doesn't like the fact that people are coming through to kind of stare. Well, don't tell him too much.
We just wanted to tell
a lot of people aren't going to be able to go to Universal Studios anytime soon. If they do, they're probably going to forget what I said. I'm just trying to entertain people with the story. So anyway, so you're going through this multi-level laboratory as they're like these giant screens that are actually supposed to be showing you like a window into the interaction between the two main characters and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, when we went there was a shutdown of the ride, which is absolutely leading up to my absolute giving me such confidence. Oh, this is gonna be great. So there was a 2-hour delay. We're actually in line for 2 hours. We're sitting there on the floor.
We were sitting
watching
on
the same video replay itself over and over and over and over again, and we're getting somewhat bored. We didn't realize how close we were to actually getting on the ride, so we're sitting there just kind of waiting. We finally get on the ride. By then, like atrophy had set in, my legs were stiff. We finally get on the ride, and that's when my brain was like, "Hey, there's no harnesses. There's nothing to hold on to. At least with Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, there's an over-the-shoulder. Even with the doggone Harry Potter ride, there's a harness that comes down and keeps you in place or whatever. This thing is so intense. It's almost like this is not regulated. There's no way in the world this goes through some sort of inspection because people. Anyway." The ride was amazing. The ride was amazing. If you need to plan a trip with your family, I suggest Universal Studios Orlando Islands of Adventure. Get on the Velocicoaster. I guarantee you.
But don't try to do it in one day. Try to do a couple of days.
Do it in one day.
Well, you can, but what if you don't get on everything or get to see everything? If they've never been here before, they want to at least go a couple of days to make sure they get on.
Buy tickets for 2 days. Try to get everything done in one day.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding.
That's why he kills me when we went.
No. Here's the thing.
That's why he kills me when we went.
No. Here's the thing. There's two parks. So when people think of Universal Studios, they think it's all one just giant park. There's two parks. There's Universal Studios, and then there's Islands of Adventures. So Islands of Adventures is where most of the rides are. Universal Studios has a couple rides, but more shows. They have a lot more shows and restaurants and such over there. So when they do Halloween Horror Nights, mostly everything is over in Islands of Adventure. That's where the Transformers ride is, the Minions ride is, the Harry Potter stuff is, all the Jurassic Park stuff is, in Islands of Adventure. But Universal Studios has a lot more of the restaurants, the shows. That's where they do all the music performances, all that stuff over there. Well, they do some stuff over in Islands of Adventure too. Anyway, so if you're gonna do it, go to Universal Studios. I would do maybe like a weekend. Plan one day is gonna be nothing but Universal Studios stuff where you get to experience all the food, all the shows, blah blah blah. A lot of stores, and then do like the second day where you're doing nothing but rides, or vice versa. Do all the rides the first day, and the next day go to Universal Studios, do all the shops and stuff like that. What's your favorite ride at Universal? I can tell you my least favorite ride.
The Mummy.
Furious.
The Mummy.
Mummy was nice.
Mummy was different.
Mummy was dope. We went on it the first time. We had to buy a picture. You know how you get the end of the ride, they put the picture up there. We get on so many rides. We have annual passes. We get on so many rides. It was kind of like whatever. But they had the Mummy closed for a while. So when we got there, we happened to be walking somewhere near there, and then they were like, I guess our app said, hey, the Mummy is open. Now the Mummy had been closed for months for renovation. So I guess, they were reopening it. We were like, well, let's go on the Mummy. We both never been on it before. Right. So we were like, all right, let's do it. So for annual pass holders to have never been on the ride, and we happen to be standing right there when they finally opened the floodgates. Plus we have express passes. So we were just kind of like, we're skipping the line.
Because sometimes the express passes, you still have to wait.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. What happens is you walk in, you start thinking, I'm about to bypass this entire line. And then you get to a stopping point too. You're like, crap. I got to wait 15, 20 minutes too. But anyway, so we ended up, I think our wait for that ride on the Mummy ended up being like maybe 5-10 minutes, something like that. And we ended up getting on it being front. No, the first ride, we ended up being separated. I was in the very front. And you were two row, or you were right behind me, I think. And that ride is intense too. Because it's one of those, dark room rides where you get on it and you're in this dark room and they have all the screens or whatever, and it shoots fire at you. And I never like to ride a roller coaster for the first time in the front row. I want to be behind people. Not that I get less than, whatever, but it's just like, I don't want to be in the front row. Well, I ended up getting stuck being in the front row on this one in the dark. Yeah, let's just say I tested my vocal cords that day. I screamed pretty loud, just trying to. But what I do when I get scared, I start laughing. So anyway, Mummy is a great ride. That's top 3 or 4.
You like the Transformers?
That's not a ride. Well, yeah, Transformers is a ride. Transformers is dope though. If you've never been on Transformers is dope.
He would go on all day long about this.
Anytime we walk by it, I'm like, want to do Transformers? Let's do it. Transformers is one of those 3D, they put you on a little floor track, and then they have like the giant, HD screens up there where they're actually doing this whole, and it makes you feel like you're actually in a car, but you're not. You're just kind of rolling through this, mall plaza that just has a bunch of screens up, and it's just, a lot of sound effects and, wind and water and fire. But Transformers is dope. Spider-Man is a lesser version of Transformers to me, but I've been on Spider-Man so many times. Same formulaic, layout where you're just in like this track that goes to this building that's got a whole bunch of screens. Spider-Man is pretty cool. Transformers is dope, but it's not even in my top 3.
Okay.
I'm talking a lot, aren't I? Yeah, I know I am. Transformers is not my top 3.
You just got into Universal, and I'm like,
you can't put me on Universal Studios and expect me to just shut up.
I just sat back like,
Universal Studios.
Okay, it'll take him a minute, but he'll notice.
Yeah, Universal Studios is awesome. All right, so just to run it off, Number one, Velocicoaster is number one. Incredible Hulk is number two. I'll give Mummy number three. I'll give Mummy three. And I never got on that Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Rip Ride. The one that goes up, straight up, and then it comes down, or it goes up this way and then it comes straight down, whatever. I never got on that one.
I didn't know you've never ridden it.
Yeah, I've never been on it.
Why? Why don't you ever say, let's go on it? We do. That's right. We never go over there for that one.
Just to use the bathroom. We only go in it because the rest because it's where the field is. No, never been on it. There's a couple rides that you and I have both never. We've never been on. We went on one water ride. We went on the my favorite ride, the Dudley Do Rights Rip Falls. That's fun. Yeah, we got soaking. We got soaked, and then we got stuck in the car. Well, that was before we lost all this weight, and we were pop that collar, girl. Well, that was before then, but I can't wait to go back. But hopefully someday soon. But they're getting ready to open up the what's it called? The new amusement park here in Orlando.
The Mario Brothers thing.
Right? Well, that's supposed to be coming too. Super Mario World.
What are you talking about then?
It's gonna hit me. It's gonna hit me as soon as we're done with the show. I can't remember what it's called. It's a super. No. Oh, there's a new giant amusement park that they are building here that's not owned by Universal. It's not owned by Disney, but it's supposed to be, like a rival park. I can't remember what it's called. It slipped my brain. I'll hit y'all on the next episode and tell you all about it. But there's a new park, and then they're still building it, but they're also still building like Super Mario World too. So I can't wait to do like the Mario Kart. They have one in California. No, they have one in Japan. So I got to see what the Japan version of the Super Mario World looks like, and it looks amazing. So if what they're building in Orlando is even a third of what they built in Japan, it's gonna be pretty awesome.
It did look neat. I'm in.
I mean, we're big kids, in all honesty. You ain't that far either. If you see a lot of stuff that is all of our toys and knickknacks, we both enjoy these things, and you can't see the shelf behind the camera. But speaking of big kids, though, so I'm flipping through TikTok, and then I noticed that in Indiana, they built this in the airport in Indiana. They built a full-length basketball court because they're having an NBA All-Star game there. Yeah. In February, and they built this full-length basketball court in the airport, and everybody was like, "Yo, flight's about to get delayed. People about to miss their flights." Because they built a full-length basketball court. I would
completely lose you in the airport.
1,000%. I can't leave the court after a win.
We would have to go like 6 hours early because...
what you talking about 6 hours? I'm going there when we don't have a flight to go to. I'm going there just.
But you can't get into the movie theater. Really? You really think you can get that far?
I don't know where in the airport it is. Anybody that live in Indiana, I know about the airport. The basketball court they built out there. How far into the airport is it?
I'm sure it's.
Is it by the gates, or is it in the regular terminals? It's
probably by the gates because it's for people who have to stay or they have a delay or.
Wrong. It's not for. Honestly, it's just for show. It's not for people to actually go and play on. But it is.
People are playing on it though, aren't they?
No. Nobody's playing on it.
I thought they were playing on it.
Nah. Anybody? Excuse me. Sorry about the noise. Excuse me. Nah, nobody's playing on it yet. It's just, matter of fact, from what I was told, and from other videos that I've seen, it's just for display. That security is not letting people. They let people walk on it.
I was gonna say, just bring a ball.
Who's walking into the airport with a basketball, Kelly?
I'll do it.
I'm sure you would. Yeah, nobody's walking into the airport with a basketball, but security will not let you play on it. It's just there for kind of promotion for.
So they put something up, nobody can touch it, and now they have to hire somebody to stand there and guard it. That's money well spent.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to intrigue people to want to come back to Indiana for.
If you can't play on it, who cares? Who cares?
Why are you acting like you can play basketball? You can't play on the basketball. What do you care?
How do you know? You've never played me.
We have a basketball hoop in the living room. What you mean? Every time I ask you to take a shot, you go, and it ends up in the hallway.
So does yours, and you actually try.
You want a one-on-one after this?
Sure, got you.
We one-on-one. We are playing a basketball game in our living room as soon as the show is done.
I'll give him a clip.
That's
because there's a camera in there. I'll give him a clip.
That's fine. We can do that.
You know you're gonna.
You can't beat me in anything. Only thing you can beat me in.
Whoa! What can I beat you in? Go ahead and say it.
Not doing chores. She thinks she can beat me in Connect. She thinks she can beat anybody in Connect 4.
I can.
I think she has lost her entire mind. She can
the
beat her.
only person who's ever beat me is Dorian.
Dorian.
Nope. That's because that's my twin. Sorry, Dorian, but you are.
Listen, that's wrong. That's wrong on all levels.
No, it's not.
I've tied you before.
Oh my gosh, no, you have not.
I have tied you before.
In your dreams?
I have stalemated you before.
You've tied me, yes. You've tied me.
That is not.
You have not tied me.
Children
in a
are
game.
watching this. No.
You have not tied me in a game.
I have tied you in a game. You have not
You're
beaten me 100. You are not 10 for 10
delusional.
for beating me.
If you did, it was because I wanted you to feel like you had a chance and keep playing.
And where's that sentiment gone since then? You don't allow me to beat you.
You can't tie in Connect 4.
Don't touch me, lady. We're talking trash right now.
You can't tie in Connect 4.
You can. You can stalemate it. It's like tic-tac-toe. You can stalemate it when nobody wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
You haven't beaten me every single time.
In your dream, you're delusional.
Yo, we are, as soon as we're done with this show, matter of fact, we're going to live it on TikTok too. We are about to play Connect 4. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a whole Olympics. We're going to have a 3-point shooting contest.
Right now?
Nah, not right now. When we're done. We're going to have a 3-point shooting contest on our basketball hoop. And we are going to play Connect 4.
To lose.
I don't lose.
You can't stand it.
I don't lose.
You're going to lose all of them.
I will not lose. I believe the philosopher Jay-Z said that.
You called him what?
Philosopher.
A philosopher? Philosopher?
Theologian.
A philosopher?
I'm kidding. Jay-Z's none of those things. But he did say, I will not lose. You not beat me.
I do not care.
You ever take into consideration maybe I was just throwing you a bone to make you feel good? So you didn't feel dominated and everything?
All 50 million times? I don't think so.
You've never played Connect 4 50 million times.
Because you always quit.
I don't quit.
Yes, you do. You quit. You're like, I'm tired of getting beat. This isn't fun. And you put it up.
I will stop playing after a game is completed, but I do not quit. I don't quit. I don't quit.
Yes, you. Okay.
I bet you I won't quit today. I bet you I won't quit today. Put that on everything.
You gonna play till you win?
Nah. I don't need to do that. I'm just not gonna lose in Connect 4.
Let's play till you win in Connect 4.
Let's do. Play till then. It'll be one game. It'll be a quick series, y'all.
No, it wouldn't. You can't beat me. You never have. You've never ever beat me. So what are you talking about? You think your brain just kind of got it all of a sudden, and now you can do it?
I bet you I can beat you in a spelling bee.
You can, absolutely. That you can do, absolutely.
I'll beat you in a spelling bee. I'll beat you in a vocabulary contest.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But I can beat you in math.
I could beat you falling asleep.
Yes, you can. But I can beat you in math.
Why you gotta bring up I hate math. I mean, let's just say it. I hate math. And now anybody out there that likes math, they probably work with math. They're probably an accountant.
Well, I have to teach it, but
yeah. Basic math though, but you're not teaching like calculus, trigonometry, even geometry.
But I know how to do it.
You can do geometry right now. If I broke out a book and was just like, hey,
yes,
find the
I tutor the older kids. I tutor the older kids, so yeah.
They're not learning algebra, baby. They're in like 4th grade. They're not learning algebra.
You haven't seen what they have. I bet you couldn't do their work.
I guarantee you I couldn't do their work.
Okay. When we get done, I'll pull it up. I'll pull up the 4th grade math work that we have to tutor.
Nope, not doing it. If they throw any alphabets in their equations, I'm not doing it. Or fractions. I don't do fractions either.
In first grade, they just leave it blank. and save
Oh,
instead of
8
putting the
plus
X
blank
there. Yeah.
equals.
And telling them just subtract from both sides and being done. No, there's this whole formula with a picture they have to do.
Yeah, I'll pass.
You'd pass if I taught it to you.
No. I mean, I pass altogether. I'm not doing it.
If I taught you, you would get it. I have a way
of being annoying. No, I wouldn't learn it any faster if you taught me. You'd be frustrated.
No.
You'd be frustrated with me.
Only if you stare at me like some people do. If you did that.
You don't say his name. Just your luck, somebody in his family is watching
I'm
right
not
now.
saying anybody's name.
Just your luck, somebody from his family is watching right
I'm not saying anybody's name, but an hour later of give me something. Say something. Just something.
Yeah. Well,
I know you understand it. I just need you
some
to.
kids go catatonic.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know what I was thinking about the other day? COVID. Remember when COVID first came around?
Do you know COVID is really, really bad right now?
Oh. COVID was really bad when it first came out. Right, nobody wanted to believe it.
But they don't report it anymore. It's just the hospitals and stuff are flooded with them.
That's true. Ain't nobody really talking about COVID. COVID was like
the plague.
Like overall jeans. Remember everybody was wearing overall jeans back in like the late 80s, early 90s, and all of a sudden it just went away and nobody really talked about it again. That was COVID. COVID changed the world for a year. And then everybody was so determined to forget that it even existed or that year even happened.
To get back to their lives that now we can't afford.
People just gave up. I mean, the best thing that came out of COVID is working from home.
Well, not even that. We wanted out so bad. We got out to now all the prices being so high, we can't afford anything. So I'd rather be at home. If I can't afford anything anyways, just make us all stay at home.
Enter
Timu. I had more.
Timu comes into the conversation.
Right. I had more fun at home.
Listen, COVID introduced TikTok to a lot of people.
Same.
Everybody became a TikTok influencer. The TikTok shop got introduced to people. Shein got introduced to people. Timu got introduced to people. All these little cheap, buy it directly from China sites. Everybody got rich off of that. Divorces happened. That's for sure. A lot
of them.
Kids were conceived. Unfortunately, a lot of people passed away. And people were trying to just totally blank it out because they were like, I'm just going to pretend like this whole COVID thing didn't exist.
People couldn't live with themselves behind closed doors.
Or with other people, apparently.
Their own husbands and wives and stuff. But it's
a lot of divorces.
When you get stuck in the house and you have to address your own personal stuff that you never address because you're always out and about and you stay busy so you don't have to. A lot of people had to address that stuff.
I'm glad I stayed by myself. I ended up, people may know, people may not know. If you're new to the show, you probably haven't heard. My mom died 2 weeks before the pandemic kind of got started. So I ended up getting stuck in South Carolina handling her affairs, not knowing, pandemic, quarantine, that you don't assume it's going to last that long. You start figuring out, okay, once they started figuring out the plan of attack, then quarantine will be off. Nope. Quarantine happened. Everybody started shutting down offices. You couldn't get into so I'm handling my mom's affairs, and then the office that I gotta go to is closed. They were like, no, you gotta mail us the information, and then we'll communicate with you by mail, and we'll have information sent back to you. Banks won't let anybody in there. You have to make an appointment to go to a bank. Everything was drive-through only or ATM only. You had to make an appointment to go and sit down and talk to somebody. So I'm trying to close out her bank accounts. I can't even get to the actual bank. Walmart went from 24 hours to actually being closed at 10 o'clock, which was unheard of at the time because the one thing about Walmart is it was always open. Not no more. Even now, it's not no more. The Walmart that's here now closes at 10:30, 11, something like that. Everything changed with that one. And I had to be stuck in my mom's house for a year by myself with no one to talk to, which I thought was going to be oh my God, this is horrible. I enjoyed being by myself, but I'm hearing all the stories of people who had to live with somebody else. and they were miserable.
Yeah, listen.
You had a boyfriend at the time. Were you by yourself?
I had a boyfriend, but it was a lot of arguing, I would say.
People got tired
I want
of
to
seeing
say
and smelling people.
No, I hadn't really gotten to know him, and I got to know him.
You got forced to, like, so that's how you sleep, huh?
No, that's how you
That's
do
how you
other dirty stuff. Ugh.
That's how you wipe going forward, huh? Oh, that's the question. All right, folks out there, folks over there. Question for you: you're using the bathroom.
Oh,
Do you wipe going up or do you wipe going down?
backside is what he's talking about.
Yeah, backside.
So backside, you always go up.
If you poop, do you wipe going up, meaning going this way, or do you wipe going down?
You better go up.
Anybody says the first one, actually, no, the second one. If you say the second one, we can no longer be friends. Don't wipe down.
If you're wiping down, you're either putting it in your hoo-ha or you're putting it on your ding dongs.
Your what?
Bing bong. I'm trying to think of that noise.
Your what?
I was trying to think of a noise.
Did you just call it a bing bong? Don't wipe down because you may get some chocolate on your bing bong. You don't want to get anything on your bing bong. What?
I was coming up with like a sound. I think I had one for that.
Why would
the hoo-ha? But I didn't have like a different name for yours.
Why would you need to have a sound? I guess if that had to have a name, I guess bing bong. I guess that's it. Bing bong. Anyway, don't wipe down because you may get something on your bing bong. So,
I was trying not to say balls because I feel like that would be crude.
It is kind of crude.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not crude, but if
I thought it would be crude, so I was trying to come up with like a something, and I couldn't come up with.
Look at the camera. I want people to see that she's crying, laughing right now. She is actually crying, laughing right now.
I can't.
Oh my God. All right. Anyway. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, we have given the people a very good long return episode of the Custer Chronicles. And if you are watching for the first time, if you just happen to be stopping by because you're scrolling through and you kind of caught us, thank you for stopping by and watching us for a little while. We are on social media, Instagram, we're on TikTok. We're going to be doing a show. Hopefully, I want to say we'll get back to an episode a week, if not an episode every other week. But we'll, subscribe to our YouTube page. You'll get the notifications when we are on there. Custer Chronicles. So follow us on Instagram, same name. Follow us on YouTube, same name. This episode will be fully uploaded tomorrow on YouTube. So come check us out. So if you did stop by on the humbug, you just happened to be passing through, thanks for hanging out with us and watching us. We are a silly podcast. We talk about love, finances, relationships, kids,
whatever's going on,
anything that's happening right now that just passes through life. We definitely have discussions on that stuff. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to inbox us. We would love to hear some topics that mean something to you. We'll dig into it and kind of bring our little satire spin to it and make you laugh a little bit. But want to thank you all for joining us. We are Dwayne and my also host,
Kelly K.
Kelly K still in the building, and we are out for the night. Peace.
Epic drop.